Hey, what's going on? Just sharing this to a few places. Gonna get going here, doing a stream on the Bog Remastered. Just sharing this to a couple places and then I'll get going here. So I got Old Betty and I got Pack Lunks, both mods of the URAL 4320 from MudRunner. I also got the Zeekses 435 in the background and the KZM 700. Really bringing back the complete MudRunner vibes here on the Bog Remastered. Just gonna share this to a couple more places and get going here. Alright, that's the last one there. Hope everyone's enjoying their weekend and able to enjoy some console mods. I know I have definitely been enjoying all the new ones that have been coming out. Alright, let's get going here. Like I said, I got Old Betty versus Pack Lunks. Pack Lunks is on the left here. I'm currently in the blue Old Betty. And we're on the Bog Remastered. Zeeks is 435 in the background, and I got the KZM 700. I have over 50 trucks already pre-placed all over the map currently, so that I can just go to each logging site and complete all of the logging contract, because it's really a long-ass contract that Remo set up here that has like 30 some odd logs that need to be delivered, or like 25 sets of logs. All these different contracts, like 3 long, 4 medium, 4 long, 3 short, 6 medium, 4 short, 5 long, 4 short, 5 short, 6 medium, and then 4 long. So to eliminate a lot of the driving back and forth, I have pre-positioned about 50 trucks all over the map, and hopefully the game won't crash. But let's go ahead and we'll jump right in here. Well, I got one of the Lynx trucks set up over here. We'll throw a trailer on it and drive over to one of the closest locations, and we'll get going. Need all-wheel drive on to get going. Yeah. Old Betty on the left in blue, and this is one of the Pack Lunks 4320s. And the beauty of these Pack Lunks is they bring back the packable logging trailer from MudRunner. This is something we should have had from the developers, but luckily we have mod creators that can help us out. Here we go, fold up the trailer, and we'll get moving here. Hey, Ghetto Pirate, what's going on? Thanks for joining in the stream, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And this is the regular Bog Remastered, not the Extreme Mud Edition. That would just take way too long to try and complete this contract. Yeah, I got all kinds of trucks already pre-positioned at all the logging locations to cut out a lot of the driving back and forth. and should be able to just do straight logging for the most part without having to do too much driving in between without having logs on the back. Hey there, Preston Creative, what's going on? That truck pack is one of your favorites? Hell yeah. You talking about pack lunks? Absolutely love it. The only downside is the amount of RAM usage it uses, especially on console. It's a very complex mod. I mean, it has 5 vehicles in it and multiple custom trailers and custom attachments, so that does make sense why it would take so much RAM memory, but it just makes it limiting with how many other mods you can have activated at the same time. But I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of vehicles I was able to get activated simultaneously with the pack lunks. And when I realized I was able to have those few MudRunner mods and the Zeex's 435 and the KZM 700 along with Old Betty and pack lunks, I was like, oh man, that's a perfect setup for a stream. Had to set that up and try it out. And the beauty of these packable trailers is the truck moves so much faster across the terrain. Yeah, you can see one of the other pack lunks right behind me there with the custom fuel tank on the back. But you can see how fast I'm moving right now, going with the trailer packed up on the back. And if I was to put the trailer out as if it was an actual folded out trailer, I'd be moving at a snail's pace. I have tried it out. I just didn't have it on for this stream. If that mod had come out sooner, I probably would have used that instead of the KZM 700 for fun. But I really wanted this stream to have all the MudRunner vibes that it possibly could, so I chose the KZM 700. And I put those out on the map at each location, so I'll do some manual loading in a little while. But these first couple trips, I'll just auto load for the sake of time. I do have the immersive mode on, so I got no HUD up currently. If you guys want me to turn the HUD on, I can do that as well. Yeah. Hey, Bobby Morrison, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining in the stream. I'm finally doing that stream I told you about the other day. Found a stump or something when I tried to take a sip of my coffee. Oh yeah, there's like a log or a tree going through the middle of the swamp there. Yeah, just having the logging crane over the front of the vehicle again and having the packable logging trailer just really is the best thing ever. I'm hoping that Ian joins up in here soon. I got a beer sitting here waiting so I can crack it with him. Yeah, we'll see how the game holds up. Like I said, I have vehicles placed all over the map to really eliminate a lot of this currently what I'm doing, driving back to the logging stations. I have a whole bunch set up at each logging station so that after I make a delivery I can just jump back to the other vehicles. But it'll be interesting to see if the game doesn't like slow down or crash when I get back, because like I said, I have like 50 plus vehicles on the map currently. I think last night when I was setting this up I counted like 55 trucks that I currently have on the map. So if the game stops rendering and we get like the just blotched color palette background for all the trees, that's why. It's because I have over 50 vehicles on the map currently. I wanted to do at least one first trip to get it out of the way at the beginning of the stream, and then the rest of it will be a lot of me jumping straight back to vehicles I already have positioned around all the logging locations. You'll see it once I get closer to this first logging location. All the trucks I have lined up along the road along the way. I got one of the Zeex's 435s over there. I think I have 2 more stationed up over here by this fuel station. Yeah, I got 2 more over there. Man, this mud right by this fuel station is always so deep. Alright, Ghetto, I'll crack it with you, Bretta. I'll just do another one with Ian later if he shows up. But this one's for you, Ghetto. There we go. Alright, coming up around this corner on the left, I'll be at the first logging station. I'll grab logs from there and get this first delivery done, and we'll go from there. Cheers, beers, fellas. I love this little section that Remo put in right here just to make the trail fun. These little hills and knolls to have to drive over, especially when you get loaded up with logs, makes it just more fun than a flat road. Yeah, this mud in this last stretch right here going out into the open gets super thick and soupy. End up moving so slow. Yeah, I got fuel trucks and then a whole bunch of other logging trucks preset at each location, so it'll really cut down on the time in between. After I make a delivery, I can just jump back to other vehicles and then go from there. Fuel truck Old Betty. Another pack lunks over here. Got Old Betty set up on the left over here with small logs. And then one of the pack lunks Arctic set up with medium logs. And then 2 long log setups over here. I can see the frame rate dropping already with all these vehicles on the map. Might have been a bad idea. Yeah, let's get this trailer out. Like I said, for the sake of time, I'm just going to auto-load for now, and then later on I'll do some manual loading. I just want to get some deliveries under my belt, and then we'll go from there. This first delivery, need to go to this sawmill right down here, so I'm just going to double back down the same road I came from. And as you can see on the map, I have way too many vehicles at each logging location. Like I said, to hopefully cut down on all the back and forth travel, and I can just go straight logging from here on out. Nice. That's awesome, Preston. The current one I have right now has the, I think they're 40 some odd inch or 50 inch tires. It doesn't have the large ones, but the orange one on my left here with the medium attachment, that one has the large tires, the big Arctic version. That deep mud is just no joke on the bog here. Get some daylight. Even with pre-positioning all these vehicles on the map, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this contract in one stream. Like, I'm going to try and go for maybe 2 hours or so, but I don't even know if I'll be able to get it done in those 2 hours. It's just that long of a contract. Gotta be careful. Whoa. Bouncing around. Alright. Good to go. And for variety, I'm going to jump to different logging stations for each delivery, so I'm not just retreading the same track every single time. So I went to this logging station for this load, I'll go to one of the other three for the next one, and then I'll do the third one for the other delivery, and I'll just keep cycling through, so it's constantly different terrain that I'm going across, not doing the same thing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, with 50 trucks on the map, that'll be able to cut out a lot of the dead space in between. Like, I legitimately probably spent like 5 or 6 hours over the last week or two setting this up. And I really wanted to get this stream out and going before Remo667 releases his next map of his MudRunner recreations, which will be downhill. Because I'll definitely be doing a lot of content once he releases downhill. I'm very, very excited. Like, this truly is a dream come true, having a mod creator recreate these maps from MudRunner in SnowRunner. It's something I had always kind of theorized back when we were having the announcement for SnowRunner to be coming out. I'd always wanted to see, either via DLC or by mods, us getting these maps from MudRunner brought back to SnowRunner. And now we're finally getting that almost 2 years after the game was released. Like a year and a half after the game was released, mod creator took it upon himself to recreate one of the maps from MudRunner, and I could not be more happy. And we finally have vehicles that are reminiscent of the vehicles from MudRunner, so we're able to recreate the entire experience, which is just awesome. I really love that. And then on top of everything, Remo is going to be doing multiple recreations of these maps and making them into a region. So one thing that we had always wanted from MudRunner was to be able to go from map to map without having to quit to the main menu. And so we'll finally be able to go from map to map in an actual region of MudRunner maps in the due time when he finally releases everything. That'll just be so cool to be able to go from the bog, and then the next map that he's releasing is downhill, and then the map he's going to do after that is crossing, and the crossing is so fun. I absolutely love that map from MudRunner, and I cannot wait for him to create that. And then if I had to guess, the fourth map he'll probably do is probably like Deluge or something like that. And just having those 4 maps in a region, if he ends up doing a 4-map region of MudRunner maps, will just be amazing. And it might be the only thing I play for a long time in this game. I do have another stream planned where I'm doing a similar thing to this one, where I have trucks pre-positioned all over the map. and that's on the map Sinoya Shepasepets, something long, a whole bunch of S's and K's. It's some Russian creation map, but it's the same creator as the map called Flooded Foothills. And the two maps he has created are truly works of art and some of the best mod maps I've seen, up there with the same level as these maps here from Remo 667. But I'm going to do that stream probably next week or the week after. But there's a lot of driving in between, so I'm doing the same thing where I'm pre-positioning a lot of vehicles around the map, so the stream will just be more entertaining and just actually doing something for the whole time, instead of having a lot of dead space in between where you're just driving back to the same location over and over again. But I truly appreciate anyone and everyone stopping by the stream. I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. Hope you're enjoying SnowRunner yourself and have been able to enjoy your own console mods if you're on console, or if you're on PC and you can enjoy everything. You're a lucky duck, and I'm jealous. I wish I had the money for a PC so I didn't have to worry about all the console mod restrictions and all that jazz. But yeah, thank you to anyone and everyone that stopped by the stream. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe if you've not done so already. That would mean a lot. If you hit that bell icon also, you'll get notified anytime I do post new content or go live, since I don't have like a regular schedule. That'll help you stay on top of any content I do release. I have a whole bunch of videos I've edited that I'm going to release in between me doing streams. But that'll probably be like once or twice a week, just so that I can keep this channel active. I work weird schedule and don't have enough time to really be able to make a dedicated schedule for all this streaming and stuff. But maybe one day. But this is all just for fun. Ooh, got buried right here. Didn't want to have to use the winch, but I had to. Got a little bottomed out right there. She's buried. But yeah, like I said, having these pack lunks and old Betty mods to bring back the URAL 4320 from MudRunner is just, it really is a dream come true. And then doing that on the Bog map, like, it's just, doesn't get much better than this for me with these games. It really doesn't. Ian, what's going on? Thanks for joining the stream. Pixel Monkey, what's up, man? Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat, guys. I've just been waxing poetically to myself like a little stoner that I am. Hey, what's up, Ian? Oh yeah, Ian. Yeah, I couldn't wait, but I'll crack the next one with you. Oh man, I had it in low too. Let me turn the HUD back on, because I keep forgetting what gear I'm in. I don't know, is it more enjoyable for you guys to see the HUD and like my gears and what I'm my fuel and everything's at, or do you guys like it when I have the immersive mode turned on? Yeah, Ghetto Pirate, Deluge. Can you imagine Remo recreating Deluge? How cool would that be? Oh yeah, I've used the Wolf. The Wolf is awesome. I almost had the Wolf on for this stream, Ghetto Pirate, but I wanted to have like true MudRunner style vehicles. I would say the Wolf kind of falls into that category, but I'm more talking vehicles from the base game and DLC of MudRunner. So that's why I went with Pack Lunks and Old Betty and the Zeex's 435 and the KZM 700. There we go. Here we are. Gonna make delivery number 1 here. And then I'll need another 2 sets of long logs and then 4 medium logs. And this is just part 1 of 5 of this logging mission. Alright, we'll move this beast out of the way. Alright, we can leave this one here for now. And I'll jump to one of the other logging locations. Let's go all the way across to this side. Grab another set of long logs. So I used pack lunks there, so let's use Old Betty this time. And I'll do long logs again, so you guys can see the difference in how they handle essentially. So this is Old Betty, and I got the long log set up on it. And we'll just double back all the way across the map to drop off another set of long logs. Yeah, like I said, I got vehicles stationed everywhere around the map at all these logging stations. I'll do some manual loading with the KZM 700 over there on one of the next trips. But we'll just do auto loading for the sake of time right now. I'd say all in all, I probably prefer Old Betty to pack lunks, simply for the lack of RAM usage. I absolutely love pack lunks, but the high RAM usage makes it something that I can't use too often. But Old Betty is a very low RAM usage mod, and it's something that I will literally have activated almost always. I will always have this mod on with any combination of mods that I use. Yeah, there should be a forwarder in Phase 6 Ghetto Pirate. I would think there would be. That just makes sense with the fact that they're coming back with logging, and they were kind of vague with their description in the October community update, saying that we would get a 6x6 mover and then a nimble, maneuverable other vehicle. Like, they just were very vague with their description. And I would absolutely love to get a forwarder brought back, similar to like what we had in MudRunner. That would be so awesome. I had to set up Old Betty with some of the tires that are reminiscent of the tires from MudRunner also. I painted most of them blue and tan, because those were kind of the colors from the MudRunner days. Yeah, everyone needs to go check out the maps from Pixel Monkey. He truly is a wizard. One of the best mod map creators out there. See what I mean? Just vehicles I have stationed all over the map. And I tried to space them out so they weren't too close together, thinking that it would allow the game to kind of load and render them in between stations instead of having them all at the same place. Oh yeah, Bobby Morrison, that takes so much time. I legitimately probably put, I don't know, 8 or 10 hours into setting up this map beforehand. Like it, and it was just all for fun. Like I was testing the KZM to see if I could load trucks with it. I put all these trucks around the map and customized them all and upgraded them and got them all set up, and just knowing how long it takes to drive from point A to point B on these maps, I wanted to be able to make it entertaining in the stream instead of just watching me drive from one place to another and then have it be empty, you know, for a lot of the time. So I wanted the trucks to be able to be loaded and moving the logs, and just looking at the marathon that Remo 667 set up with us with this logging contract here on the Bog Remastered. Like, when he first released it, I put out a suggestion asking him to add more logging contracts, and he, instead of adding more logging contracts, just made the one logging contract ultra long. Which is fun and all, but I would honestly like to see that logging contract broken up. Instead of being 5 stages, just make them 5 individual contracts. Because with it being this long, like even though I've set up the map the way I did, like I said, I doubt I'm gonna be able to finish it in one sitting. And this stream will probably be 2 or 3 hours. So it's just like an absolute marathon of logging. And he named it aptly, Logging the Hours. But I love it no matter what. Just the simple fact that we have MudRunner maps again here in SnowRunner is, like I said earlier, a dream come true for me. And I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is. And I have 0 complaints, and I absolutely love it. Running out of fuel here, and luckily I'm driving past one of the fuel trucks that I set up around the map, which is one of the Zeex's 435s. Very reminiscent of one of the vehicles from MudRunner days. Absolutely love this mod. Uses very little RAM also, but right now it's purely for refueling purposes. There we go, refueled and good to go. You have Pixel Monkey says he has another desert map in the works. That's really exciting. He's going to try and get it close to finished before release. That makes sense. Yeah, instead of doing like the work in progress that you've done with like TMB trails and whatnot. That's cool, man. I really look forward to that, Pixel Monkey. Absolutely love all your maps, man. I have spent probably 50 or 60 hours testing out different vehicles on TMB trails. Like, there's mod maps and then there's TMB trails. Like, if you're into just grabbing a scout vehicle and driving around for hours and not doing any contracts, TMB trails, Badlands, like all the maps from Pixel Monkey are definitely what you're looking for. The Desert Trails map is really awesome. I haven't been able to explore that one as much as I wanted to. But that map's really amazing also. Like, just everyone needs to go check out all the maps by Pixel Monkey. And follow his YouTube channel where they go live and stream some of the making of process with a bunch of the TMB crew. Those streams are really fun to hang out and just listen to those guys shoot the shit with each other and just have some fun creating maps. And you could see the behind the scenes of the creating mods and whatnot. It's really cool. Like, I really don't know a lot of the technical stuff, so it's really cool to just sit back and watch you guys do your work. I mean, I'm probably easily a half hour into the stream and I'm halfway through my second delivery of like 40. There's just so many logs to deliver on this contract. This might even be a stream that I get to a certain point and then I have to stop just for the sake of time. Because I might have to have dinner here in a little while. And yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get it all done in the stream, but I'm going to get as much of it as I can done. Hey there, Scrag1, what's going on? Sorry you're late to stream. Oh, it's all good, man. I don't have set schedules or anything. I stream whenever I get the free time and availability. I just truly appreciate you even stopping by, my man. Thank you for hanging out. I try to post on Facebook sometimes before I do a stream so people can pre-plan, but I already post so much on my main MudRunner page and on the Facebook groups that I try not to over-post. So if I post something about, hey, I'm going to stream in like 2 hours, I feel like that might annoy some people, and like I hate over-posting when I already post so much on the groups and stuff. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, buddy. Feel free to hit a like and maybe share the stream if you feel so inclined. And yeah, just hang out and enjoy some SnowRunner. We're having a couple beers and just chilling. Trying to get some logging done here on the bog. I have like 50 trucks pre-positioned all over the map to try and cut out a lot of the dead space and just be able to just do straight logging. Straight through and through. I got Old Betty, I got Packed Lunks, I also have the KZM 700 and the Zeek's 435. It's a very limited setup. I do have Bartleby's Goliath Zeek's 605 also. But that's kind of like that's like my fail-safe, or if I feel like things are going too slow. Like that's the one OP truck that I have set up on this this stream currently is the Bartleby's 605 Goliath. I'll do some logging with the Zeek's 435 also if I can. But I want to do the first few trips here with the Packed Lunks and the Old Betty. Just trying to add some good variety to the stream and make it so you guys aren't looking at the same vehicle the whole time. Even though it will look like the same vehicle because Packed Lunks and Old Betty look almost identical, considering they're both based off the URAL 4320. Let me know if I'm being annoying with the camera too. I'm trying to make sure you guys have something cool that you're looking at all times. Yeah, Ghetto Pirate. I am so excited for that. Like, talking about dreams come true with these MudRunner maps here, that's definitely a dream come true. And I already had the dream come true as far as being a mainer, you know, my page being Maine MudRunner, and all that fun stuff. I was already satisfied enough to have quote-unquote Maine in the game, where there's the mod map named After the Storm 2. That is a mod map that is quote-unquote set in Maine. And that was basically a dream come true for me, to get Maine somehow built into the game. And I had always wanted, back in the MudRunner days, to see a map somehow set in Maine, considering they had American areas with the American Wilds DLC and whatnot. And when I found out a couple days ago that the new region for Season 6 is set in Maine, like, I was like a little child inside, like just screaming with joy. Like, are you fucking for real? Like, I was already happy having one mod map being set in Maine, but the fact that we're gonna get actual DLC maps and have a region with 2 maps, quote unquote, set in Maine. I mean, I couldn't be any happier. I'm just absolutely ecstatic with that. Sorry, I just burped in the mic. But that is amazing. And I had originally thought that this region in Season 6 was going to be another Alaskan region or something like that. I thought that developers had said something a while back about how that region was going to be set in Alaska. So when I saw the PTS go live 2 or 3 days ago, and they said that the map was set in Maine, like, absolutely blew my mind. I could not be any happier. Oh, so stoked. Scragged. So stoked. Like, those automatically will become my favorite maps. Like, that's damn near guaranteed. And that really just goes to show that the developers are paying attention to their community. And I absolutely love, from what I've seen from PTS footage on YouTube and other players posting pictures and stuff, is that the region is a mix of mud and snow. And the maps are big, and they got just really aggressive terrain. So deep, crazy mud, and then snow, and all kinds of contracts and tasks. Like, oh my god, I can't wait. I'll be doing some streams on those maps for sure. Alright, coming up to the delivery location for the second load of long logs. This is delivery number 2 of like 30 or 40. And it's taken me, I don't know, probably 40 minutes to just do 2 loads. But that's the bog. Just deep mud and slow moving. All right. Go. So yeah, the performance is pretty similar between Old Betty that I'm driving right now and the Pack Lunks that I did the first delivery with. They're very similar performance-wise and everything. Just they both have their own, you know, ups and downs. I would say Old Betty performs a little bit better overall. It has a few more options that I like, but also Pack Lunks just has, I mean, the folding trailer and the unique customization options really make it truly amazing. I mean, it's just so hard to pick between the two. Let's do some medium logs. I think I got one set up here for medium. This is the 8x8 from the Pack Lunks. I hate that when you have to... Oh, I grabbed a short log. Oh no. I thought this was medium. I grabbed the short log trailer. Oh well, we'll take it. If anything, it'll just be moved into position when, or it'll be moved into a closer position than it would be normally. Damn it. Oops, that's my bad. Like I said, I have so many vehicles placed around this map, so I don't know what's what. But we're going to come up here, we're going to take a right, and then we're going to go down this way. Circle back. And then we'll be going back to this same logging mill. But one of these next deliveries are pickups. I'll do the manual loading, whether I do it with the crane or with the KZM 700 there. Yeah, Ghetto Pirate, the maps look awesome. Yeah, the Polar Explorer. Yeah, I got a few of those set up on the map. I'll use that after. But this is the 8x8 in the Pack Lunks pack. This is called the Hurricane. The only letdown and disappointment with this truck in the pack is that it has the same disbandment attachment that you see on the truck behind me currently. It has the attachment on the truck, but there's no trailer. So you can't have the folding trailer on this truck, which is a real disappointment, I'm not gonna lie. And this pack has been out forever, and the mod creator has just never updated it, which is a little disappointing, but it's all good. It is what it is. I'm very excited for when Season 6 goes live, that most of the base game trucks will be finally getting a medium log attachment for the trucks themselves, so we'll not have to grind our way through medium logs. Having actual medium log attachments built into the base game in DLC will be very welcome. I know a lot of people have been asking for that for a long time. Ever since mods were introduced again, or logging, I should say, was introduced again, people have been absolutely just badgering the developers and just wondering why they never added that in the first place. It was honestly very foolish of the developers not to have that added in the first place, but the developers do a lot of very foolish things. We've learned that over our time here in SnowRunner. The developers do their own thing, and yes, they listen to the community, and eventually they make us happy and give us what we want, but they do their own thing a lot, and it's not exactly usually what the community wants. But it's their game. They can do what they want ultimately at the end of the day, but they just do some silly shit from time to time. Yeah, he updated it last week, and yeah, I don't know what he did either, because there's nothing in the patch notes for it. Yeah, I love crossing that little swamp section I just went through there. That is one of the funnest parts on the map. I absolutely love that. I honestly, when I first saw this 8x8 in the Pack Lunks pack, I was like, ew, that's dumb. It's not a 4320. Why would you do that? But after using it, I love it. It might be weird, but I love it. See, the difference between these trucks and the pack lunks, or I'm sorry, the difference between these trucks and Old Betty is Old Betty you can throw it in high gear and it'll maintain the traction, but this truck, the pack lunks trucks, they don't quite have the same grip that Old Betty has. I think one of the things with Old Betty though is I think the Old Betty truck does not have collision detection in the axles, so it allows it to move more freely across the terrain, which is probably what allows it to stay in high gear and not get slowed down. These trucks, I believe, do have collision detection in the axles, which makes them a little bit harder to drive and more realistic, honestly. But that said, you find the right terrain and you can keep it in high gear. It's just that super deep mud is when it becomes an issue. Hey, take care, Bobby. I really appreciate you hanging out, my man. Have yourself a great weekend, and thanks for stopping by. Take care, buddy. I'll see you the next time. Enjoy your Halloween party. That'll be fun. I'm a hermit and I don't really do any crap like that, but I'm glad other people enjoy that stuff. Yeah, man, take care. Have a good day, Bobby. Enjoy your Halloween party, dude. Hey, Gary Anderson, what's up? Thanks for joining the stream, dude. Doing some logging here on the Bog Remastered. I have like 50 trucks set up on the map to cut down the back and forth driving, but trying to work through this entire logging contract on the Bog Remastered. It's like 30 or 40 deliveries. I'm going to try and get it all done in one stream if I can, but I have a feeling I will not be able to because it's just going to take too much time. But we'll see. But no matter what, thank you for stopping by and hanging out, Gary Anderson. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your weekend. After I make this delivery, I'm going to hit the bathroom real quick and grab another beer. So if you're still hanging out in the stream, my boy Ian, we can cheers beers. I'd say interior-wise, Pack Lunks definitely has better interiors than the Old Betty. Old Betty has a nice interior, but it is low quality, I guess you could say. The recent update that happened like 2 days ago for the, or yesterday for Old Betty did improve the interior, but it still isn't as nice as this. This one is the Pack Lunks interior, and they definitely have much more quality than the Old Betty interior. But the lack of quality in the Old Betty interior is definitely in part to the creator trying to limit the RAM usage for the mod, so it's understandable, and I'm okay with giving up some of the quality on the interior to allow the mod itself to not use as much RAM memory on consoles, considering how much of an issue that is with us here on consoles. That said, apparently there are rumors of Season 6 having the console mod browser completely rebuilt. And that's not to say that the RAM limit is changing. It's just the console mod browser will be completely rebuilt supposedly, and all mods will essentially have to be repackaged, and they will use less RAM themselves. So the RAM limit isn't changing, but supposedly with Season 6 coming, there will be a change to the mod browser itself entirely. It'll be rebuilt, and all mods will have to be repackaged and essentially rebuilt. And the end result will be console mods using less RAM memory and ultimately allowing us to use more mods simultaneously while on Xbox and PlayStation and so on. And there are still rumors of console mods being brought to Switch, but there is unfortunately no timeline for that as well. And again, what I was just saying about Season 6 and console mod browser being completely rebuilt is just a rumor at this point. The developers have not confirmed it, but enough of the YouTube channels have been speculating on it that there are people that are in the know and have the inside information from the developers that have been expressing this change that is supposedly going to happen with the Season 6 update. So hopefully more details come out and get confirmed by the developers sooner rather than later. I've been holding off on announcing this on my main MudRunner Facebook page and in the Facebook groups simply for the fact that it is unconfirmed information, and if I were to put it out there, I don't want to get people's hopes up and then it not come true. So until we actually get a confirmation from the developers, I'm not going to post anything in the Facebook groups, but that is a rumor going around, and hopefully it comes true. RAM usage on consoles and being able to activate mods simultaneously is probably the #1 quote-unquote issue, even though it's not really an issue for a lot of people on consoles, because we as humans are just gluttons and always want to have more of everything, and it's never good enough. That's just a simple way of how humans are and how we interact with everything. And we do have all the mods we want. We can activate all the mods that we want. We just can't activate them simultaneously, which is the only issue. And it's not really an issue. It's just a lot of people make it an issue. But it would be really nice if the developers can come through with that and actually rebuild the console mod experience and allow us to activate more mods simultaneously, because so many people want it. I mean, I'm one of those people, but I can live with it, and I'm able to figure out how console mods work and actually make everything function the way I want, even though I might not be able to activate some of the mods I want to simultaneously. I know how the console mod experience works, and I can make it work to my benefit because I know how to activate certain mods with other ones. Just a lot of people don't want to take the time and effort to figure out how the actual console mod experience works and just get upset and complain on Facebook, which is just hilarious and never-ending amounts of just joy, just explaining how this works and what you have to do. And really all people have to do is just pay attention. That's really all you have to do at the end of the day. Alright, 1 set of medium logs down. I still got 1 long and 3 medium to deliver here, but I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and I will be back in a moment. But you guys can enjoy the looks of Old Betty and pack lunks. And this was running the entire time that I've been gone. That is so silly. Oh, and my girlfriend's in the bathroom, so I will not be going to the bathroom, but I can crack a beer. And then I'll just continue logging until she gets out of the bathroom. So if anyone has a beer in the chat, if you can please raise it for me, and I'm going to crack this bad boy in honor of my buddy Ian. Let's go with this truck here. One of the Pack Lunks Polar Explorers. The only disappointment I would say with this truck in the pack lunks is that it doesn't have enough grip, especially for the size of the tires and everything. Like, this truck really should have a little bit more grip, but it is what it is. But yeah, here you go, Ghetto Pirate. Cheers, beers, my friend. So you throw it in high gear and it just spins the tires. It has too much power. Even in the highest part of the low gear with the diff lock on, it has too much wheel spin. But that's the best thing about the fine-tuned gearbox, is you're able to really nail in that where you want to be with that wheel spin. Yeah, chain tires. Yeah, Ian, what's going on, my man? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Man, it's gotta be getting late for you over in the UK, huh? Probably around like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, maybe? Something like that? It's like 4:45 here in Maine. God, so slow moving. I just feel like with these tires, I should have more grip in this mud. Hey there, Christopher Johnson. Thanks for joining the stream, my friend. Oh, so 19 p.m. Ghetto Pirate. 19 p.m. would be like what? Like 7:45? Oh, or yeah, Ghetto Pirate. Yeah, like almost 10 p.m. Right on. 21:45 for you, Gary Anderson. Yeah, I absolutely love this pack lunks pack, but man, the grip on it just lets me down, because I really just, if you just added a little bit of grip to the tires, it would just make it so much more enjoyable. Like, I even noticed that back when Phase 4 went live and I was exploring the Amur Oblast region. I was using this pack lunks for a few streams, and it just is so much slower in the deep snow than you would expect it to be. Just being the Arctic Explorer edition, you know, made for the most aggressive terrain, it's just very slow going. Like, it'll get through it, it's just, it's gonna be slow. Oh, that's always so sketchy to go over. And if anything, you would think with, granted it's a lot heavier, so it would slow it down, but you would think the extra weight would give it a little bit more grip. But no, these things are just a slow trudge through everything. Yeah, you're not wrong, Ghetto Pirate. Slow and steady does win the race, especially in SnowRunner. Anytime you start going fast is when things can go sideways real quick. And you know what we mean by sideways? That means flipping over on your ass. I have not tried that new one. You're talking about that new one from Ranger, the RNG WL, like whatever 500 wheel loader. Absolutely beautiful mod from Ranger, and it uses almost no RAM. Like any mod creator that makes custom vehicles should be taking notes and doing whatever the hell Ranger's doing, because he has some of the most highly detailed mods out there on PC and for console, and especially for console, all of his mods use barely any RAM memory whatsoever. So like any custom mod creator really should be watching whatever the hell Ranger's doing with his mods and doing the same, because he's able to deliver quality with custom and unique attachments and the most highly detailed mods out there, and their low RAM usage. So that's just the best of all worlds. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. Try to think, what vehicle do I have that has medium logs set up on it that I can do next. It's amazing the difference once you actually have grip. Let's go up over the hill this time. I went through the swamp last time. This will be a little quicker once I actually get up onto the hill. Whoa, high gear is a bad choice. High gear is a bad choice. Oh, shit. Hey there, Wardo. What's going on? Thanks for joining the stream, dude. Hope you're doing well. I've been seeing you on the Facebook a few times. Yeah, if any of you guys are in the Facebook groups, go and submit and try and get in on the photo contests. Like 5 or 6 of the groups that I help admin for, I have Facebook group cover photo contests running that we do monthly. And you can submit your screenshots, and if you get the most likes, you'll be the winner for the month and get your picture as the cover photo for the Facebook groups. So I got the console group, I have the news group, I have the stoner group, I have the console only group with no mods, the heavy hauler group, a whole bunch of them. We run monthly group cover photo contests, so you can submit your photos, and see what other people are submitting, and just a fun way to interact and give yourself a chance to try and be the cover photo for the month. So feel free to go in there and submit and vote. Yeah, I feel like these areas right here, this truck with these size tires, really should be having a little bit more grip, not gonna lie. It's my only real nitpick and disappointment with the Pack Lunks trucks here. Oh yeah, 2150, so yeah, it's getting late there, huh? And that's why I wanted to try and do this stream around this time, Ian, is so that you could join in if you wanted. And I know folks like you and other members that like to join in the stream regularly wouldn't be available if I was to do a stream late at night for me. Like, I almost did the stream last night at what would have been 8 p.m. here, so that would have been like another 3 hours from now. And I know a lot of you guys wouldn't have been able to join in. Just get through this last little deep swamp section, and then it'll be right down the road for this third delivery of long logs. I mean, this truck with these size tires, I know I've said it like 4 or 5 times now, it just should have so much better grip. It really should. They really should have cruise control back in the game. That'd be amazing. It'd save everyone's finger a lot. Their trigger finger for the gas pedal would be helped significantly if they brought cruise control back into the game. It's been funny to see a lot of people on the Facebook groups posting pictures of their workarounds, putting like an elastic band or like a hair tie or other things around their trigger to simulate the console mod or the cruise control experience. I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. There we go, just gotta get up around this corner and we'll make this delivery. Oh my goodness, that feels so much better. After getting a couple beers in me, I had to pee so bad. Yeah, we'll get this set of long logs delivered, then it's 3 more medium logs. And that's only part 1 of 5. And even with pre-positioning vehicles around the map, this first one has taken me over an hour, which is just insane. Oh, there we go. We're right at the delivery location. And now I gotta get 3 sets of medium logs to this same spot. But yeah, what are you guys up to in the game? What are you guys working on? Are you guys working on some of the campaign or DLC maps? You guys have mod maps that you're using? Any specific trucks that you guys are really into currently? I tried out that new RoadRunner, the CTFT RoadRunner truck and trailer pack. It was actually really nice. I used those last night on the Yukon and in Wisconsin. Very fun trucks. That new Mac R, that truck is awesome. And both of those don't use very much RAM whatsoever. Like, well, the RoadRunner CTFT pack is a little bit RAM heavy, but yeah, that Mac R is a really cool truck. Absolutely love that. Definitely geared more towards the vanilla side of things, which there's nothing wrong with. Alright, we'll leave that there. Another set of medium needs to get done. Let's go here. I think the Hurricane has medium. So this should be able to get 2 sets of medium done. Oh, this is another Arctic. No, I don't want to use that. Let's see how much quicker I go without a trailer here. This is just the regular Pack Lunks 4320 with just a medium on the back, so we'll see how much faster it goes. I mean, you can see how much faster it is without a trailer already. Oh yeah, or Eduardo, no DLC for you yet? Ah man. Well, at least the base game in and of itself provides a lot of fun for you before you get any DLC. And then by the time you do get the DLC, it more than doubles the base game experience with all the vehicles you can get and all the different maps. And that's the beauty of having mods at the same time, is you can not have the DLC and have all these mods that can expand the experience and make it that much more enjoyable for you. And then eventually you can get the mods also, and that'll just make everything that much more fun in the long run. So that just means you have a lot more that you get to look forward to, Eduardo. You'll definitely enjoy them when you get them. And if anything, it'll just you'll gain that much more experience before you even get to that point. By the time you get to where you can actually purchase the DLC, you'll be that much more knowledgeable of the game, and you'll know how to approach everything that much better. Yeah, not having a trailer makes it so much quicker. But at the same time, that just also means you get half as much done. So yeah, you're getting around the map faster, but you're going to be going slower at the same time. Well, you have to do twice as many trips, I should say. So yeah, you're going faster, but you need to double back and do the trip again. And using a trailer, yeah, you're going to move slower, but you're getting twice as much done. So that's the give to take. I mean, it's a noticeable difference here, how much faster I'm able to move around the map. I mean, I'm able to stay in automatic and just fly through all of this. Anyone ready for another beer? Because I got another beer. Oh, right on, Ian. You're not feeling well? You're not sleeping well as not feeling rough, so catnap and watch TV or play the game. There you go, bud. I hope you're able to relax and you feel better. And while I still have you, Ian, I really hope we do get that whole Mac DLC or mod situation. I'm still so confused as to whether or not that's actually going to be real or not. Like, it's definitely clear that we have the Mac Defense M931A2 or whatever the hell the name is for PC. I just wish Deathcore Boy or the developers would actually confirm whether or not we're going to get this branded console mod with the Mac Defense. And it's so hilarious how the information gets released where all we have is the facts from the creator one day saying that's a PC mod and it'll never come to consoles, and then the next day he literally deletes that information, and then the YouTube channels are circulating videos saying that we're going to get console versions of it and it's going to be branded. And then we have an entire week after that where we get no information at all. So we're still up in limbo as far as what's actually going to be happening with that mod and if it's going to come to console. But I truly hope we do get it in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a mod or whether it's DLC. But I think the idea of that specific vehicle being DLC will not happen simply for the fact that they've advertised it as a free mod. But that does not rule out the chance or the possibility of us getting some other form of Mac branded DLC that's just not that specific vehicle. So anything could still happen. It'd be so cool to see the Mac brand actually in SnowRunner. It'd just be a continuation of this Year 2 DLC and the developers bringing in more and more actual branded vehicles, which is just definitely welcome and something we absolutely want to see more of in these games. Man, it is deep right there. You can barely even see the back tires in that mud. I can throw this thing in high gear and it just floats along. Just the difference between having just the truck and then having a trailer behind you. Like, just even having a trailer behind you adds so much more resistance that it just makes it so hard to go anywhere. Might just jump into this one after, since I know that's a medium log setup. Maybe use that one to finish off the last two. I'm not sure. Medium logs are going to be the toughest to complete out of all these because long logs make sense, and I have a whole bunch of long logs set up. But I think medium was the only one that I had trouble actually setting up beforehand. Because just there aren't so many trucks that actually use the medium log setup. It makes it hard to pre-plan, especially where mod creators convert the small log carrier to medium log carrier, and that just makes it so it's impossible to know what the hell you're even using. Anyone in the chat have a beverage and want to cheers beers with me? No smoke? Man, after driving through here a bunch of times, it starts to get all chewed up and makes it so much harder to drive, where I actually have to use the winch to get by. Tried out the 79 series 6x6 from Iceberg and love it. Plus, the steering wheel is the correct size. Or on the correct side. Yeah, I love that. That new Sand Bruiser from Iceberg. Oh man, I absolutely love that Scout. And it has the built-in radar on the back that you can have. And he actually updated it so we can finally use the gooseneck trailers with it. That is such a fun little Scout. I'll probably be using that a lot with the when the Maine regions go live in Season 6. Oop, double post from Ian. Yeah, I got those small logs sitting and waiting there for when I actually get to the part of the contract that requires small logs, but pulling into the log station to deliver this set of medium, and then it'll just be 2 more medium after this. And then this first part of 5 will be done for this contract. Alright, now just 2 more medium logs need to be delivered here for this. And this first part of the contract will be done. Let's just jump in this one. We'll do a full lap with this. Because I know I have medium set up on here, and I should have a medium trailer also. But that's questionable because it's been hours since I set this up, and I'm not 100% sure what it actually is. So we'll see what it is and go from there. Yeah, this 8x8 pack lunks is just such a fun truck. I didn't expect it when he first released it, and again, like I mentioned earlier, the 8x8 version kind of threw me off at first, but I've grown to love it. Oh, you got one ready, Ian? All right. Oh, well, considering I'm in a nice little spot here on the bridge, I'll cheers with you real quick. Here we go. All right, here we go, Ian. Ian and Ghetto Pirate, my boy. Here we go. Cheers, beers. Yeah, that is what she said, Skag. There we go. Just switch out my koozie, put the new beer in. Now we're good to go. So for this one, I'll go to the center location, and then I'll do a full lap around, just for the sake of variety. This will basically be an entire lap of the map with this delivery. Just wheel spin, wheel spin, wheel spin. You have to plug it in. Nothing wrong with cider, Gary. I love me some cider here and there. We travel to Vermont a lot, and they have some good cider there. It's in a town called Stowe, Vermont, and they have a brewery called Stowe Cider, and they make some delicious, delicious cider. Alright, take care, Ghetto Pirate. Thanks for hanging out, man. Hope you have a good night. Enjoy your day tomorrow. And those, I'm not sure about these off-road trailers. I've really been noticing that they actually add more resistance than making them better off-road, where especially, like, not necessarily this trailer, but the long log trailer. Like, I was noticing that it, like, digs in the front tires, and then the back tires end up lifting up. So it's almost like it's adding resistance than helping. But I haven't really been able to test it out yet. I'm going to go full nerd mode on it at some point and test them out next to other trailers. But I used to use these off-road trailers all the time, but they might not be something I use if it actually turns out to be something that's actually limiting us than actually helping, which would be hilarious. After this delivery, I'll do some with the packable logging trailer. Do some more of that. I can't get enough of those packable logging trailers. Those things are so awesome. I really wish the developers had given us that in the base game, but for whatever reason they did not build it into the game, even though it was in MudRunner. What? Let's just get weird with it. Let's go off-road. Let's just cut through the middle. I haven't done a trip through the middle here, might as well start with a medium load. I don't have high hopes for it because this mud through the center here is unreal. But we got plenty of other vehicles on the map that I can jump to save this if it does go sideways and I get stuck. Oh yeah, these mods are awesome. Pack Lunks really is great. Has a great variety of trucks. Having 5 trucks in the pack and then multiple unique trailers and attachments. Like just having this medium log attachment with the crane on the back so you can load the truck and the trailer is awesome. I would do manual loading right now, but I just, for the sake of time, have been doing the auto loading so it doesn't mess up folks while I'm doing the stream. These angles make you so sketched out that it's going to tip over. I always get distracted looking at the vehicle, and you really have to look right in front of your bumper while in the middle on this map, because there's so many stumps and rocks that'll just ruin your day. And then you have to back up and then readjust. Yeah, that's a watchtower that's right in the middle of the map. Figured I'd hit that as I'm going by. But I'm actually going to the logging station here, and there's a narrow little cut through right through this part here. So I just need to go here, cut through, and then I'll be right at my delivery location. So I just need to stay left of this little patch of woods right in front of me, and then I'll have this first part of the 5 parts of this logging contract done, which is absurd because I've been playing on this stream for maybe close to 2 hours and I haven't even completed the first part of 5. And that's with me putting a whole bunch of vehicles out on the map ahead of time to cut a lot of the downtime of driving back and forth out. It's just silly. But I love it, because that's what we wanted on this map, is to have just more logging to allow you to have more time to be spent on the map to enjoy it. But good lord, it's just a little bit annoying to have it all built into one contract. It, like, instead of having 5 parts to one contract, it should have just been 5 different contracts. God, just trudging through this deep mud in the middle. And it's all deep mud with stumps, and then, like you see, just rocks and boulders everywhere. I just love deep mud areas where you're even worried to use the high gear in low. Like, I'm just so worried about the wheel spin that it just makes you think and focus the entire time that you're driving. Yep, yeah, that's the best part about having a crane, like you say, Scrag, is being able to, you know, reload yourself if you tip over. Use that crane to pick up cargo and then reload yourself and keep going. And it's so useful having the crane built in to your vehicle to just be self-sufficient in that way. Minimal Tango, hello boys, short question. Is there any information about what the next region in the game and when it will be released? The new region was just announced a couple days ago, and it's going to be set in Maine. Maine, the United States. It'll be American region. It'll be 2 maps. The PTS just went live 2 days ago, and I think only the first map is currently available, but it's going to be a mix of mud and snow. And as far as a estimated release date, I would expect maybe end of December, early January, and that's just the furthest out estimated date that I could give you. Considering the PTS went live, that's the PTS, for those that don't know, is the public test server, and that's where they test the updates before they get released. And anyone that's on PC can join those public test servers as long as they have the season pass content owned, so they can go and test the content before it gets released to the public, and they can give developers feedback as far as bugs and issues. And generally, the public test server, the amount of time it usually takes for that is about 8 to 10 weeks. And considering it went live about 3 days ago, if you estimate about 10 weeks out at the most, that puts us at the end of December, early January. So that's why that is the estimated release date. It could go quicker, it might take longer. It's impossible to really say. But where these maps are larger, it might take a little bit longer, and the developers might take more time in the test process to make sure they get everything ironed out before releasing it to the public. Originally, the estimated placeholder release date for Season 6 was November 30th, which is a month from now, which is a little bit unlikely considering that we're right at the end of October currently, and that leaves us only 4 weeks until we reach November 30th. So it is probably unlikely for us to hit that November 30th date, and I would expect us to maybe see Season 6 at the end of December. There we go, Stage 1 complete of this contract. But, I mean, as you can tell from the name of my page and my Facebook page, my YouTube channel here being Maine MudRunner, I am extremely excited that we're getting a Maine region from the developers coming in Season 6. Like, that is legitimately a dream come true for me as a video game fan and a fan of this game as a whole. It was cool for us to get a mod map, quote-unquote, based in Maine, but the fact that we have an actual region from the developers and have maps that are based in Maine are legitimately a dream come true for me, and I'm very excited for that. Alright, so that was part 1 of 5. And our next delivery location is actually right at the garage. So we'll be delivering 4 long logs and 3 short logs. So we'll go ahead and we'll do a set of long logs. And I have one of the vehicles over here. Let's use this one. And we'll deliver our first set of long logs. And this is the perk of the packable logging trailer. I'll show you here as we start. You can see how slow it moves when I have the trailer down. Just the added resistance of having the trailer on the ground makes the truck move that much slower. So you can see creeping along. I'll throw it in automatic. And it does well, but it still is not as fast as it could be. Now we can go ahead and I can pack this trailer, fold down the front pillar, pack the trailer. Oof. That is the one issue. I am actually on an angle, so that makes sense why it folded over. Let me get on a flat surface and I can actually do that right. Let me get around this corner. Where it gets flat right here. You do have to be on a flat surface, so that makes sense. But there we go. Get that packed. See, just packing up the trailer just allows you to move so much faster across the terrain. The design of the maps, I mean, they are reminiscent of Maine, but they aren't like photo identical where I recognize some things. But the couple screenshots I have seen of the new DLC region set in Maine do remind me of like the coastline of Maine and other features like that somewhat. So it's not like perfect, but it's enough. And the fact that it's quote-unquote set in Maine is enough for me. It doesn't need to be photorealistic for me to enjoy it. Let's see if I can do this first try. Nothing like wait until you have a couple beers to do some manual loading. Go back to fast mode and... Oh shit, no, no. I thought I was over the back end over there, but it wasn't. That sucks. Oh, come on. Oh, this sucks right now. There's nothing worse than trying to manual load and then have it do this shit. Shit, man. I'm about to give up on this and just auto load. Whatever. Sorry to force you guys to watch that. Oh man, that sucked. Alright, auto loading it is. Oh, nice minimal tango. That's awesome. Man, it's just unreal to me how big this contract is, where I've already spent probably 2 hours and I only got one part of 5 done on it. And just thinking about playing the game single player like I am, like I don't understand why the creator decided to make the contract that big instead of making 5 contracts. I do like how these pack lunch trailers sit further back on the long logs. It makes it a little bit more stable. They aren't bouncing around as much. But it does kind of change the way that you get the resistance on the trailer as far as the center of gravity and everything. I love these little cross sections across this river here. They just really bring back the MudRunner vibes in full effect. Even having the cutoff part of the map with the red dots with the yellow or the white line going through it. But this little river cross just brings back that feel of the true bog map from MudRunner. Yeah, the Ontario map, it's unreal. 200, it's like over 100 required quantity for delivering for each contract. It's like you need 100 medium logs, you need 100 long logs, you need 100 small logs. It's just baffling how big those contracts are. They'll keep you busy for hours, even when you're playing co-op. You could go up over the hill right here, and it's a little bit quicker, and you get some speed going up over the hill because it's drier land. But I like this little run down here on the left side, going along the river. It's just funner terrain, just a nice little mud section, a few little deep mud puddles. Just impressed with how Remo 667 was able to really get the vibes of the MudRunner map without making it like an identical recreation. But with his new map that's coming out, his recreation of Downhill, it will be a lot more accurate to the actual map from MudRunner. He was actually able to get the Downhill map brought up into the map editor for MudRunner, so he was able to get like actual specs and look at what the actual map looked like from a map creator perspective, and then he was able to make his SnowRunner map version of it a lot more accurate because he actually knows what he's building off of. But he said it will be larger than the original, but all of the key components and features of the map will be similar. There will just be more space in between them, making the map just larger while still keeping the original aesthetic of it. And I'm very, very much looking forward to that map being released on console here, probably next week if I had to guess. But coming up here to the first delivery of long logs, we have to deliver them right back to the sawmill that's at the garage, of all places. I brought so many vehicles out of the garage that the entrance of it is almost impassable. You can see I'm having to go into the low gears just to even get through the entrance of the garage here. I've just brought so many vehicles out onto the map that I've just chewed this up, and so that it is completely lack of any grip whatsoever to get into this location. I might have to use the K700 just to pull vehicles into the delivery location here. Jesus. Just buried right up to the frame. Alright, 1 of 4 long logs done, and then still 3 short logs on top of that. Alright, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Holy cow. After chugging a bunch of coffee and then a few beers, the seal has been broken and I gotta hit that bathroom. Alright, let's go with old Betty here. I think these are small logs. That'll work for this part of the contract. Got the big tires on old Betty. Almost monster truck style, massive off-road tires, mud tires. That's so crazy for the Ontario map. Just so many, that many required units for completing a contract is just absurd, but also fun at the same time. We can do a little refuel here. Get a little daylight on the situation. That's the only reason I don't play hard mode is like, in hard mode you can't change the time of day. And I just really need to be able to see what is actually happening in the game. I do have a couple hard mode game saves going, but I can't do a stream with them. I just love this old Betty truck, man. It really has become a favorite of mine. Just such a well-rounded truck in every way. Having a unique fuel tank and a unique crane just make it so special. The large tires are obnoxious, but I love them at the same time. Alright. 2 of the 3 required small logs packed up and on the move. Just gotta double back to the garage and we'll get this delivered. Can we stay in high gear, or is it too much wheel spin? I'm actually kind of impressed. In high gear with the trailer, but it will reach a point where it starts to not work out. Yeah, generally just keep it in the highest point of low gear with the diff lock is the best choice. High gear works from time to time, but it ends up usually being too much wheel spin. You just keep it in with a diff lock, highest gear of low gear. You can usually just, you know, glide right through. Might be a little bit slower, but you'll still get there. You see the leaves floating between the back wheels there? That was awesome. What mods are you guys using right now? You guys playing any specific mod maps? You got any trucks you're liking? Any of the new ones? Try out that new Mac R. That thing's awesome. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you to anyone and everyone that stopped by the stream. I appreciate you hanging out. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you've not done so already. It helps the channel out a bunch. Gets into that YouTube algorithm. Yeah, you guys hanging out, enjoying your weekend. Hope you guys get a chance to play some SnowRunner yourself. Enjoy all these new mod maps and DLC we got coming. Season 6 should hopefully be live by the end of December. Might go live around Christmas potentially. That'd be a nice little gift for us around Christmas or the New Year. The new region will be set/located in Maine, which is a huge announcement, which I'm very excited about. Of course, you can tell by the name of my page and my YouTube channel, being Maine MudRunner. I am located in Maine myself, and the fact that the new DLC coming from the developers is set in Maine is honestly a dream come true. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited. Can't wait for that to go live on all platforms, hopefully by the end of December or early January at the latest. The test server for that just went live a few days ago, and generally the public testing server process lasts about 8 to 10 weeks, and then once that process finishes, the update must be submitted for certification through Xbox and, or I should say through Microsoft and Sony, and that process takes about 2 weeks for an update to get certified to be released. So best bet is about 8 to 10 weeks for the update to be ready, and then another 2 weeks for it to be submitted for certification. So that's why the best estimated date is the end of December to early January. Originally, the Nintendo Store had estimated a placeholder date for Season 6 as November 30th, but considering we're right at the end of October currently, it would not really make too much sense for that update to go live on November 30th. But also at the same time, the developers could surprise us and go through the testing process quickly, and maybe we could potentially see the update go live as early as the beginning of December or the end of November. Who knows? But most likely, if I had to put any money on it or really give my estimated date, I would think end of December is probably the best bet for Season 6 to go live. But all we can do is watch the official focus forum and watch for the updates come through for the test server, and once they reach about 8 or 10 updates, they'll be close to having it complete. I believe Season 5 went to like 12 or 13 updates. Other seasons in the past have had similar situations where they've gone past that point, but for the most part, on an average, it's about 8 to 10 updates, which lasts about 8 to 10 weeks or so. But it'll be interesting to see how quickly we go through the process and see when those go live. I'm very excited to have actual Maine regions built into the game, and I'll be even more excited to see what the vehicles are when they actually announce them for it, because all they've done so far is announce the region and the maps, but they have not announced what vehicles we will be getting for the DLC for those regions. So we'll see what happens. They'll definitely probably be an American style vehicle, but they have not announced anything yet. There'll be some sort of 6x6 mover, and then some form of agile, maneuverable other style vehicle that will be another add-on DLC vehicle added. So we'll see what we actually get for DLC coming in Season 6. I'll see if I can get through the center part of this here again. It's just so torn up from bringing all these different vehicles out through the map that they just have no grip going through this center section, going back into the garage of the map here. There we go, didn't have to use the winch that time, that's a win. Last time I had to winch myself like 4 different times just to get up in here to deliver the long logs. Alright, 2 of the 3 small logs delivered. Alright, long logs. Let's go with the Pack Lunks 4320. Man, that rock pushed me to the right. I thought I was going to bounce to the left. Go. Long logs on the move using the Pack Lunks 4320. Still have all these other trucks in position ready to go for the rest of the contracts, but I don't know how much more I'll be able to go. I've already been going for hours now, and I've only got 1.5 stages of 5 done. The weight of those logs just lifting those front tires off the ground. Shit. Now those front pillars are all fucked up. Any of you guys try out the Pack Lunks pack? You ever try that out, or Old Betty? I really do love these mods. I keep trying to promote them on my channel, just trying to get more people to download them and use them themselves. This part right here always gets so tough. Coming up to another deep mud section.